Yes, my dear students of 10th standard. Nowadays we are studying about the lesson carbon and its compounds, unit 11 in your chemistry portion of science. Already we have started and now we are moving to the next topic, nomenclature. Nomenclature, before that we have to discuss about the previous topic, homologous series. Homologous series. So homologous series is nothing but compounds having same functional group but differing in composition by a fixed group of atom. So homologous means that is the organic compounds have same general formula, similar chemical properties. Only the difference is methylene group. And characters also already we have learned that each member of this group differ by one methylene group CH2. So the difference in their molecular mass is 14 and the functional groups are same formula, general formula, alkane CnH2n plus 2, alkene CnH2n, alkyne CnH2n minus 2. Then there is a regular gradation in physical properties because of the increase of molecular mass. When carbon atom, hydrogen atom increase, molecular mass also increase, so there will be a changes in physical property. Then chemical properties are more or less similar and these compounds can be prepared using common general method. Now my dear students, we are going to learn about nomenclature of organic compounds. The nomenclature means naming the organic compounds, how to give name. So in the ancient time, the chemists gave name based on their original source, from which source, what is the root of the compound. So for example, formic acid, the word formic acid, the name formic acid was obtained from the Latin word formica, because the acid is obtained from red ant. The Latin name of the red ant is formica, so the name is given formic acid. So in the initial stages, the names were described from their source. But after that, many compounds were synthesized from sources other than natural sources. Artificially, chemists tried to prepare the organic compounds. So they frame systematic method based on the structure. So scientists framed a systematic method of naming the compound based on the structure of the compound. And a set of rules was formulated by IUPAC. The expansion of IUPAC is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry form a set of rules to write name for the organic compounds. Now we are going to study about how to name the organic compound based on the IUPAC system. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So the components of an IUPAC name. So there are three important parts in the naming of organic compound based on IUPAC pattern. First one, root word. Second one, prefix. Third one, suffix. So normally the root word is obtained from the carbon skeleton. How many carbon atoms are in the compound? How many carbon atoms are in the compound? So based on the number of carbon atom, the root word is given. That word from the parent hydrocarbon. Parent hydrocarbon. Also Greek numerals were also used. The second one, prefix. Prefix is nothing but that is going to define what is a substituent or branch attached to the carbon chain. What is the substituent or any other branch attached to the carbon atom. That going to be prefix. Prefix means the phrase before. That is the beginning name of the compound. The beginning of the compound. Then suffix, that is going to be the phrase after the root word. That is the end of the name of the organic compound. End. So root word is obtained from the carbon skeleton. Prefix is obtained from the substituent or branch attached to the carbon. Then suffix is the end of the name, that is normally obtained from the functional group. So now we are going to see there is a simple formula to write the IUPAC name. Prefix, the beginning of the name of the compound. Then root word is obtained from the carbon skeleton. Suffix is the end of the name, phrase after. So these three things going to combine and give the IUPAC name of the compound. First see what is root word. It is the basic unit which describes carbon skeleton. So I already told the root word is obtained from the number of carbon atom present in the parent chain of the compound. Number of carbon atom present in the parent chain. So this number of carbon atom present in the carbon chain normally derived from the Greek numerals. Except first four, we use the Greek numeral pattern to describe the root word of the carbon skeleton. So here example is given. See, usually we used to say one carbon, one means mono, we used to say, two means di or bi, three means tri, four means tetra, like that we use. But here, based on the IUPAC system, if suppose in the carbon compound only one carbon is present, mean we use the root word meth. Two carbons are there, eth. 3 prop, 4 but. So 1 means meth, 2 eth, 3 prop, 4 but. Then 5 carbons, pent, penta, pent. 6 carbon means hexa, that is the Greek numeral. 7 hepta, hept. 8 octa, oct. 9 non, nona, non. 10 means deca, dec. So these are the root word. Root word means based on the carbon skeleton, based on the number of carbon atom in the compound. Number of carbon atom. 5 carbon atom in the compound means the root word is pent. 7 carbon atom in the compound means root word is hept. Suppose only 3 carbon probe. This type of root words are used. Then what is the phrase before the root word? that is called prefix. Prefix is nothing but the phrase, the term, the word used before the root word. So this is based on the substituent or branch present in the carbon skeleton. Branch atoms or group of atoms other than hydrogen attached to carbon skeleton. So we have to find out what are the atoms or group of atoms other than hydrogen attached to carbon chain. This is called substituent. What is called substituent? Atoms or group of atoms other than the hydrogen attached to the carbon of the parent chain are called substituent. So based on the substituent, we have to check what is the substituent. Is there any substituent present in the carbon skeleton? So based on the substituent, the beginning of the name will be given. The phrase before the root word will be obtained. So here one table is given. These are the major substituents of organic compounds normally used as prefix. Prefix for IUPAC name. F. The letter F used to fluorine, fluoro. Cl, chlorine, chloro. Br, bromo. I, iodo. NH2, amino. CH3, methyl. CH2, CH3, ethyl. It will come like that. Ethyl, propyl, butyl, like that. So this substituent is attached to the carbon of the parent chain. So this prefix only going to give the phrase before the name of the organic compound. Phrase before the root word. Next see suffix. The suffix is going to be the phrase after the root word. That is the end of the name. So there are two parts here. One is primary suffix, another one secondary suffix. Primary suffix comes after the root word. It represents the nature in carbon to carbon bonding. So the primary suffix based on the carbon bonding, that is what type of bonding between the carbon atom, whether it possesses a single covalent bond or double covalent bond or triple covalent bond. So that going to define the primary suffix that come after the root word. Primary suffix based on the carbon to carbon bonding. Suppose a single bond means it going to be end with ane, ane, methane, ethane, propane, butane, like that. Suppose a double bond is existing between carbon to carbon. Double bond means 4 electrons, 2 pairs of electrons are shared between the combining carbon atom. So double bonds are existing means the name will be, suffix will be, that is it's going to be like the under the family of alkene, that is ethene, propene, butene. So the end of the name going to have ene, going to end with the ene. Then suppose a triple bond is existing between the carbon to carbon, triple bond. So it's going to end with yne. It is under alkyne, that is ethine, butane, propyne, like that. So first you have to understand there are two parts in this suffix, that is a primary suffix, secondary suffix. Primary suffix that based on the carbon to carbon bonding, type of carbon bonding. Single bond means end with ane, double bond means ene, Triple bond means YNE. Then next one, see, that is the secondary suffix based on the functional group. What is the functional group attached to the carbon skeleton? What is the functional group? That is, see, there are some functional group already we learned. This alcohol means OH will be attached. If OH is attached to the carbon skeleton, that compound end with suffix will be OLE, alcohol, alcohol, methanol, butanol, propanol. So the end will be OL. Aldehyde. So suppose the functional group consists of carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, CHO. That going to end with AL, alkanol, propanol, butanol. So more or less the alcohol, aldehyde, when we are going to pronounce it, it's similar to, it looks similar to one another, but when you are going to write, we have to write with the correct spelling. Alcohol end with OL, aldehyde end with AL, end with AL. Then ketone, CO, that is end with ONE, propanone, butanone, pentanone, like that. Then carboxylic acid, COOH, so that going to end with OIC acid. OIC, the end will be, the end of the name will be OIC acid. For example, propanoic acid, ethanoic acid, butanoic acid, like that the name suffix will come. So my dear student, so you have to clearly understand how to name the organic compound using the IUPAC system. So initially the chemists obtained the name from the original source. For example, formica, that is the name of the red ant. So the formic acid is obtained from the natural source of the acid, that is red ant. But later on, the chemist tried to prepare the organic compound by synthesis using the artificial method. So a set of rules formulated by IUPAC, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, based on the number of carbon atom, based on the carbon structure. And in the IUPAC system of naming the organic compound, you have to learn there are three parts: root word, prefix, suffix. Root word is obtained from the carbon skeleton based on the number of carbon atom, based on the number of carbon atom in the compound. So there is a formula, root word, and before prefix will come, after suffix will come. These three combine to give IUPAC name. IUPAC name. So I already told, root word is nothing but this is based on the number of carbon atom in the carbon skeleton. Also we use the Greek numeral terms to mention the number of carbon atom. Then next to see prefix. Prefix is the, that is the phrase before the root word, beginning, that is the beginning, the word of the organic compound. Then prefix is based on the, that is the, what is the substituent or branch. What is called substituent? Atoms or group of atom other than nitrogen attached to the carbon skeleton. Other than hydrogen attached to carbon skeleton. That is called prefix. Usually this prefix will come the initial, the beginning of the name of the organic compound. Then some examples, say fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodine. Then what is called a suffix? Suffix is going to be the phrase after, that is the end of the name. So there are two types of suffix: primary suffix, secondary suffix. Primary suffix going to be based on the carbon to carbon bonding, whether it is single bond or double bond or triple bond. Single bond means the name will end with ANE, double bond ENE, in, triple bond YNE. Then secondary suffix based on the functional group, whether it contain OH or CHO or CO, COOH. OH means alcohol, CHO means aldehyde, ketone, then acid. So based on these three term, that is prefix, root word, suffix, the name of the compound based on the IUPAC pattern will be obtained. So you have to learn these three steps. Only there are three parts in the naming of the organic compound based on the IUPAC pattern. So you have to learn these three parts. What is called how the root word is obtained, and what is prefix, how prefix is given, and what is suffix, how suffix is given to the organic compound, naming the organic compound. So my dear students, learn only these three parts. Be thorough about these three parts. We will see the next topic, IUPAC rules for naming. So based on these three parts only, we are going to define the rules. We are going to define the rules, how to write the name of the organic compound based on the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So first you have to learn the three parts of the naming organic compound based on IUPAC. Learn thoroughly, prepare well, don't waste the time, and also complete classwork for the previous lesson, what and all the lesson completed so far. Keep the classwork right and neat, keep in proper manner, and prepare this, how to write IUPAC name based on the carbon skeleton, based on the substituent, based on the carbon to carbon bonding. Learn thoroughly, don't waste the time. God bless you. Thank you.